There are 6 things that every video journalist needs on a shoot: a camera, a tripod, a microphone, headphones, batteries, both for your camera and your microphone, and media, by which we mean tapes or a memory card or a hard drive or whatever it is that your camera records to. Let's take a look at each of these in a little more detail. Your video camera is obviously the most important piece of equipment. You'll use it to capture audio and video that will help you tell a story. Video cameras come in all shapes and sizes, from enormous studio cameras to handheld flip cameras. Some of them are high definition, others are standard definition. Some record on tape, others to hard drives or flash cards. The purpose of this video is not to teach you every kind of camera in the world. That would take forever. We are here to teach you techniques that you can use with any camera. No matter what kind of camera you end up going with, you will need one that has a microphone input and a headphone jack. A mic input allows you to use external microphones, like handheld mics, lapel mics, or boom mics when you're shooting stories. And you need the headphone jack so that you can listen with headphones to your audio as it's being captured into the camera. This is equally as important as having good microphones. There are more features we'll talk about later with video cameras, but the most important feature any video camera should have is a mic input and a headphone jack. This is a tripod. It has 3 legs, a head that moves around. This is a tripod clip, or a sled sometimes called. You attach this to the bottom of the camera. This allows you to attach your camera to the tripod. Tripods keep your shots perfectly steady and clean. Here's some shaky handheld footage at a park. Here's the exact same shot from a tripod. Now look at these side to side. See how much nicer the tripod footage is. When the footage is shaky, the viewers at home are aware of the camera. They're focused on what you're doing with your hands. When the footage is shot from a tripod, the viewers at home can focus on what you're shooting and not on how shaky your hand was. If you move your tripod head horizontally, this is called a pan. If you move it vertically, this is called a tilt. It's about all you can do with a tripod, but the most important thing you can do with a tripod is to set it up with a well-composed shot and just leave it alone. A set of headphones is the most important piece of sound equipment you can take with you on a shoot. If you don't have headphones, you don't know what you're getting. This person could be telling you their life story, and your mic could have a short in it, and it could sound like this. Sometimes you can't go reshoot interviews, and you never want to in the first place. Always, always, always have headphones with you. The next important piece of sound equipment is your microphone. Every camera has a built-in mic, and that usually works great for shooting natural sound that happens in B-roll, like this. But if you're going to shoot an interview, you're going to need an external microphone. Lapel mics work great for sit-down formal interviews. Handheld stick mics and boom mics are better for on-the-go, quick interviews. If you're using a mic, don't forget about the headphones, or else you won't know if your mic is dead or if there's a short somewhere in the cable. Cameras and microphones need power. They need juice running through them to make them work, and this usually means batteries. Before you shoot, make sure that you've got at least 2 fully charged camera batteries, and that you have a battery in your microphone if it takes batteries, and that you have extra batteries for your microphone. Some cameras record to tape. Others record to hard drives or flash cards. No matter what you're shooting on, make sure you have plenty of space, and always bring a few extra tapes or cards or hard drives just in case you run out of space, or just in case one of them messes up. And that's it. That's about all the equipment you need to make professional looking stories and packages. And you don't need thousands of dollars of stuff to get started. You can do this for a few $100. And remember, the equipment isn't the important thing here. It's how you use it to tell good stories. Let's review the equipment talk. On every shoot, you are going to need a camera, a tripod, headphones, a microphone, batteries, and some sort of media. If it helps, make an actual checklist and leave it next to where you keep your equipment. That way you know you have everything when you go out on a shoot. And one last thing, it's always important to test your gear before you go out. Make sure the batteries are charged. Make sure the microphone works, that the tapes are still good, and your camera isn't dropping frames for some reason. A lot of things can go wrong with equipment, and you don't want to find out about it when you're on the shoot, or even worse, days later in the edit bay.